Hey everybody, thank you for joining and welcome to episode 13 of FOBO. I'm your friendly neighborhood product owner, Tom Auld. According to data released on Tuesday, layoffs jumped by nearly 250,000 people to 1.8 million total. That's the highest level since December 2020. It's tough out in the job market and we hope you're using these videos to help. Today we're tackling the delicate topic of how to self-promote at work but not come off like an arrogant ass. Whether you're an employee, you're a consultant, knowing how to self-promote is a key skill you need to have. So join us today and learn a new tactic or two. Grab your coffee, tea, or your favorite adult beverage and join us to stay relevant at work. David Lee Roth, an all-time great rock frontman, said, "I'm not conceited. Conceit is a fault, and I have no faults." His Van Halen bandmates might disagree, but it's up to us, the audience, to decide. So taking that lesson from Diamond Dave, how can you balance the delicate art of self-promotion? Start with thinking about the old adage, if a tree falls in the woods and nobody hears it, did it make a sound? This highlights the idea that something may exist or happen, but if it's not perceived or acknowledged, it may as well not exist at all. Similarly, in the context of self-promotion at work, you may have valuable skills, achievements, and contributions, but if you don't communicate them effectively, your colleagues and leaders may not be aware of them. Therefore, it's important to promote yourself in a positive way so that your hard work and your accomplishments are acknowledged and recognized. So how should you go about doing that? Regardless of if you are a consultant or employee, here are 3 general tactics. 1. Focus on your accomplishments. Instead of boasting about your abilities, focus on the specific things you've accomplished in your job. Share examples of outcomes you have achieved or goals you have met. An example of this is achieved $5 million in annual savings by renegotiating the global paper supply contract with Paper Inc. This is way more powerful than something like met with Paper Inc. 12 times in order to update our paper contract. Make sure you're being obvious with your impact. Number 2, give credit where it's due. When talking about your accomplishments, be sure to acknowledge the contributions of others who helped you along the way. This shows that you're a team player and not just focused on your own success. Number 3, be humble. While it's important to talk about your achievements, it's also important to be humble and acknowledge you still have things to learn and areas to improve. Highlight a few of your learnings from the year and how you will keep growing your skills. This is a way to turn a perceived failure into a learning opportunity. Nobody is expecting you to be perfect, especially if they're asking you to be innovative and creative. Since we have a lot of consultants and full-time employees who are watching the FOBO videos, let's look at these 2 groups individually. Consultants. Start by highlighting the impact you have had for your client. How did your expertise help them achieve their goals? How did your input lead to measurable results? As consultants, we're held to a little bit of a different standard. The client knows how much they're paying us, and they want to make sure they get value for our expertise and that it exceeds our cost. So to do this, create a portfolio of all of your work assignments and capture all the relevant data so you can easily tie your achievements to the assignment. But make sure you're highlighting the achievements of the employees as well. In fact, when talking with your client, when you start sharing achievements, start with the employee's achievements first, then follow up with yours. Think of it this way. The team you are working on is on a stage. They're about to win Team of the Year award. As a consultant that helped the team get there, you're not on stage with them. You're behind the curtain. Once the team accepts their award and the thunderous applause stops, They all come running over to you behind the curtain to celebrate together. Remember, consultants, we are there to serve the goals of our clients. Do that well, and you will have very little FOBO in your work life. Employees. This is a little bit different for you, but the concepts are the same. As an employee, you have more to consider than a consultant. You have your individual work accomplishments, your team accomplishments, your area of expertise accomplishments, and your contributions to the overall success of the company. Since you have so much more to track, I highly recommend you have a portfolio of some kind where you keep track of all of your work assignments. In that portfolio, you'll want to make sure to assign your accomplishments and categorize them from the list we just discussed throughout the year. Try to make a habit of doing this on at least a monthly basis. If you wait 11 months to do this just before your annual assessment, it'll be really hard for you to remember and very time consuming for you to go through all of your emails and work product to find the information you're looking for. Now, when it does come to annual assessment time, this is all about you. Yes, you want to cover what you did for the team and organization, but you must start with your direct accomplishments. Remember that example from before? Achieved $5 million in annual savings by renegotiating the global paper supply contract with Paper Inc. See how in this example there is zero confusion about what you did and how you directly contributed to the bottom line of the company. Now when you're in line for a 7% raise, it'll seem like a bargain for your company to give it to you. If your achievements are less clear, ask yourself, what can I do to make them crystal clear? Remember, most annual assessments are read, so you need to make it easy for the reader to understand your impact. Not sure if this is working for you? Run your ideas and your examples by your colleagues, your mentors, your managers. Ask them what you can do to make your achievements stand out. Qualitative examples are good, but quantitative examples are going to be easier for the boss to read and understand your impact. If you have a hard time showing how relevant you are at work, then your company is going to have a hard time too. So take the time, make it easy for them. That is the way to stay relevant at work. So, how did we do today? Did you get any value from this topic? Did we miss something? Do you have any tips or tricks that you would want to share about how you get through your annual assessment process? Please take the time and put those ideas into the comments. You never know who you might be helping out. Next week, we're going to start a series based on one of my favorite topics, Agile, agility, business agility. I don't care what you call it, but it's the mindset all employees and employers need to understand and find ways to use those techniques to be successful. So next week, let's start by demystifying Agile. I hope you will join us. Please, before you go, like and comment, share this with a friend, share it with an enemy. Together, let's all stay relevant at work. I'm your friendly neighborhood product owner, Tom Auld, signing off. Thank you so much. Have a valuable week. Take care.